Hello, my name is Sofia Istnick, and I'm a part of Dr. Stephanie Caligiuri's Neuroscience Research Lab on campus. My project this summer was a study on athletes, specifically basketball players, where I compared recruitment in the prefrontal cortex between 4 levels of different basketball players. My lab has access to portable functional near-infrared spectrometers, or as we call them, FNIRS devices. These are only 2 of 15 in the United States, making our lab and William & Mary on the forefront of developing neuroscience technology. I use these FNIRS devices on the athletes or participants along with a biosensor watch while they did 3 different drills in basketball: shooting, dribbling, and three-pointers, which are shown in this graph to show the different locations they were. I looked at the prefrontal cortex and what happened right when the hand released a shot right before that moment to look at what changed between success and failure in that split second before action was taken. I looked at the HBT, or the total hemoglobin levels, and the HBO, oxygenated hemoglobin levels, for this to look at all of the blood being recruited. Now, the HBT is all of the blood, oxygenated and deoxygenated, everything that is brought to an area and shows the total concentration of blood within a section of the brain. This is the intentional use of the blood, or what the brain thinks it might need. Now, the HBO is a little bit different and more studied and shows the activity. It's the total amount of oxygenated blood within a region of the brain. This is directly correlated to the activity of the brain and what it actually used from the HBT. As I mentioned before, HBT is the total blood being brought to an area, which doesn't directly correlate with activity, but shows significance in the overall needs of the brain. In this slide, I compared the 4 groups of athletes and the total success and failure. The colorful pictures of the brain show a Brodmann area map, which splits the brain into left and right regions and then specific regions within that for helping with analysis and understanding functions of the brain. In success, the left orbital frontal cortex is highly recruited, which is used in decision-making, controlling impulses, and emotion. The high recruitment of this area shows that making a decisive choice and having control over the mind and body is crucial, since the flow state is important in athletes. In failure, the left dorsolateral prefrontal cortex and right frontal polar cortex are both highly activated, which are known for complex decision-making skills and planning. While the usage of these regions may seem beneficial, it emphasizes the point that muscle memory and training is crucial, since overplanning can cause problems. You can also see that in the novice athletes, the left and right frontal polar cortex are more highly recruited, showing they're learning complex information. While the HBT is interesting, HBO is a main technique for analysis. In the Brodmann area, both success and failure, the frontal polar cortex is highly recruited. This region is known for decision-making and multitasking. Both success and failure utilizing this shows it's important for all shots. Looking at the time series analysis, the professional and collegiate athletes seem to have similar recruitment, whereas the novice and recreational also pair up. In the left dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, there's clearly a trend towards inhibition and failure, yet spikes to excitation and success. This region focused on detailed, goal-oriented behaviors and making decisions based on planning. The inhibition with success shows that overthinking the small things and overplanning might cause harm. In the past slides, the 4 groups are split up in their comparison. Here's an overall combined comparison of all of the athletes and participants working together, comparing success and failure within the time series analysis and the Brodmann map. The quote that explains it is, "The best things happen when you're not overthinking it." And this is because that dark blue area is the left dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is known for higher level processing, multitasking skills, and a lot of more complex thoughts and actions. Since this was inhibited in success and was supported by the Mann-Whitney test showing statistical significance, it shows that overthinking actually causes more problems within athletes. I used the Mann-Whitney test because it was non-parametrical and it proved significance. Some implications: understanding mindset, in that the bigger picture focus is crucial for athletes, and the mind works best when the body is trained. We can apply this through meditation, visualization, and emotional control, and in the future, I hope to make the study ongoing by using an intervention within basketball players using specific meditation to induce inhibition within the left dorsolateral prefrontal cortex and see if it proves this finding. Thank you.